Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thank you to our lecturer, Ma'am Haji Geminas Titi Sakir, for the opportunity to present the material about morphemes. My name is Zulfazar Khaironisa as the first speaker, and my group members Fahmi Ahmad Faizun, Rifka, Nurul Reski Amalia, Mutia Helvi Zatari, Aulia Andira Putri, and Muhammad Nur Alif Tarik Jamal. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit in language. It cannot be broken down into any smaller meaningful bits, just individual sounds or sound sequences which in and of themselves are meaningless. The next topic will be continued by Fahmi Ahmad Faizun.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Fahmi Ahmad Mubaidzun. I will going to explain about definition of morphemes according to expert. First, according to Ketsamba, morpheme refers to the smallest indivisible unit of semantic content or grammatic function which words are made up. By definition, morpheme cannot be decomposed into smaller units which are either meaningful by themselves or mark a grammatical function like a singular or plural number in the noun. Morpheme is the smallest difference in shape of a word that correlate with a smallest difference in word or sentence meaning or in grammatic structure. According to Richard et al., morpheme is a smallest unit in a language. A morpheme cannot be divided without altering or destroying its meaning. I think enough is just for me. So I please to other speakers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rifka and I'm gonna give examples of morphemes. So, many words in English are morphologically simple or we can call them indivisible units. Let's divide them into three parts. The first part is table, mask, wind, mosque, etc. are words exemplifying a morpheme that cannot be segmented or divided into smaller units that are themselves meaningful. In short, those examples cannot be broken into bull part of the table, Q part of the mouse, etc. The second part is kind, hope, bow, etc. are words revealing a morpheme that cannot be destroyed. If the D, E, and L are removed, they change into kin, hope, and bow, which have a different meanings. And the third part is V, thou, etc. are words that are impossible to say F and E, do and U as its sound doesn't have meaning. Next, many English words are morphologically complex, or it is called divisible units. The words chairs, books, doors, etc. are words that can be broken into the smaller meaningful unit. S can be removed from those words in which chair refers to one piece of furniture, the book refers to one book in number, and door refers to one different door in type. While in three cases, the S serves the grammatical function of indicating plurality. You may still be confused, so let's pay attention to the next slide. Now, you might think that the word is the smallest meaningful unit in a language, but any given word may be composed of more than one meaningful element. For example, consider the word cats. Now, cats is clearly one word in English, but it has two morphemes, cat plus s. So, we all know what a cat means. It's furry, it has paws, it meows, and it vomits on the carpet. But there's this s suffix, which is also meaningful because it denotes plural or more than one. Therefore, cats has two morphemes. Let's take another word. How about category? Now, category has just one morpheme. Don't be fooled by the size of the word. Category cannot be broken down into any smaller meaningful bits. Now, you might say, doesn't the word category has the word cat in it? And yep, it does. However, the word cat has nothing to do with the meaning category in English. Therefore, we conclude that category has just one morpheme. Similarly, you might notice that category has the word gory in it, but again, the meaning of the word gory has nothing to do with the meaning of the word category. Let's take another word. How about categorize? Now, this word has two morphemes. We've already determined that category is a word, but in addition, we have the -e suffix, and that suffix is meaningful because it helps to form a verb from a noun, so category has two morphemes. Let's see another example. How about categorized? Now, categorized is one word, but it has three morphemes. So we have category plus the -e suffix, but also that the suffix at the end is meaningful because it denotes past tense. Alright, that's all from me, and I hope you guys understand my explanation. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurrizka Amalia, and I would like to explain what is morphs. Morph is a physical form representing some morphemes in a language. It is a recurrent distinctive sound or phoneme or sequence of sounds or phonemes. Okay, these are some examples that use morphs in a sentence. In a present sentence, there are I park the car, she parks the car, we park the car, he parks the car. And then in a past sentence, we have I parked the car, we parked the car, she parked the car, he parked the car. The morphs are I, she, he, the, car, park, ed, and s. So, different morphs may represent the same morpheme. Example, the past tense of regular verb, which is spelled eat, is realized in speech by eat, d, or t. The first one is eat. If the verb ends in d and t, for example, man, we will pronounce it to be mended, and then point, we can pronounce it, if we change it to the past sentence, it can change to be pointed. And then the second one is d, after a verb having a voiced sound. The word example is clean, pronounce cleaned, and exemplify, pronounce exemplified. And then T, after a verb having a voiceless sound. The word example is bark, and we pronounce it barked, and pass be passed. And if different morphs represent the same morpheme, they are grouped together called allomorphs of that morpheme. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Meutia Helvizatari. Allomorph. Allomorph is any different forms of a morpheme. For instance, the plural, in English, the plural morpheme is often shown in writing by adding s or es to the end of a word. This plural morpheme is sometimes pronounced as Z or IZ. Cat, dog, glass. Cats, dogs, glass. S, Z, or IZ all have the same grammatical dash in function example. Grammatical function in dash examples. They all show plural. They are all allomorphs of the plural morpheme.
The relationship between morphemes, morph, and allomorphs. A morph is simply the phonetic representation of a morpheme, how the morpheme is said. Allomorphs are different forms of the same morpheme or basic unit of meaning. This can be different pronunciation or different spellings. Allomorph distribution. Phonological conditioning. If a morpheme has several allomorphs, the choice of allomorphs used in a given context is normally phonologically conditioned. It means that the allomorph selected to represent the morpheme in a particular context is one whose phonological properties are similar to those of sound found in a neighboring allomorph of some other morpheme. Assimilation. When a speech sound changes and becomes like another sound which follow or precedes it. Grammatical conditioning. A particular allomorph is selected if a particular grammatical element is present.
Okay, I will continue the material about allomorph distribution. The last part is lexical conditioning. Lexical conditioning is a particular allomorph is selected if a particular word is present. Like ox, we can call it oxen. Tooth, we can call it teeth. The next is suppression. Suppression is a few morphemes whose allomorph show no phonetic similarity. For example, bad, worse, worst, good, better, best, and go, when, gone, far, farther, or further. The last is morphemic identification. The main technique used in the identification or morpheme is the distribution, the total set of contexts in which a particular linguistic form occurs. We classify a set of morph as allomorph of the same morpheme if they are complementary distribution. They represent the same meaning or serve the same grammatical function. They are never found in identical contexts. So the three morphs is AD, D, and T, which represent the English regular past tense are in complementary distribution. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.